Yes, indeed, we are back. In case, like I've had problems with, sometimes meeting people with masks on and not recognizing them at first. For some of you, it's probably been 6 months since you've seen me, but yes, it is Keith. And it's a pleasure to welcome you back inside St. James and help get you ready for our reopening weekend. What we're going to do here is just very quickly kind of show you some of the things around the church. Some things are going to be the same, most things are going to be different, some are going to be kind of the same and different. Hopefully when you have a look at this and listen to some of the instructions, when you arrive on Saturday or Sunday, it will make it much easier. When you come, please come in the Bruce Street entrance only. We need to, for social distancing and flow of people, we need everybody to come in the same entrance. You will see outside on the sidewalk red lines for social distancing. The church will not be open until 10 minutes before the service. If you're here earlier, you'll be asked to line up outside, social distanced via the lines. If it rains, we'll let you go into the Great Hall. At 10 minutes before the service starts, we'll begin the process of bringing you in. We go up the ramp and through the edge of the Great Hall and back down. Again, just because it allows us to keep people distanced and control the flow so we don't all come in as a great big huge group. A greeter will meet you in the Sterling Vestry. There will be a sign about the COVID self-test. Hopefully you've done that at home already and you know that you've passed all the conditions that allow you to be here. But if you haven't done it yet, read it over, think about it for the next time as well. A greeter will bring you into the church. So we're now going to show you some of the things in the church. And Laura is on our camera today. Well, okay, it's a cell phone, but that's all right. It's still a camera, our video camera. So Laura, if you just swing around and show people the entire church with a panorama, as you see the yellow squares, those are all the seats that are marked off for people to sit in as we go through these limited services. So an usher will show you to your seat. We have seats set up for couples. We have seats set up for singles. We have set some seats up for people who are in a bubble and can sit in a larger group of 5 or 6. All this becomes complicated. You're going to have to go where the greeter asks you to go. We really hope that all the couples will get to sit together and the families will get to sit together, but it might not work out that way. So please be patient with us. Each week we're going to learn. So that's the seating arrangements. Probably the most difficult thing will be communion. And as you saw, as Laura panned around, greeters will invite you to come up the center aisle. I'll be standing right about here, or Hannah. You'll be socially distanced by the inside green tape. And you'll be invited to come forward with your mask on. Everybody has to wear a mask. Please bring a mask, wear it. Unless you have a medical condition, you will be asked to wear it. So I will motion for you to come forward. You will receive the wafer. It's communion in one kind only. Do not consume it right away, because to do that, you would have to move your mask down, and you're not 6 feet away from me. So you will see on either side, there's a green X on the floor. That is where you move after you have the wafer. You get to the green X, you lower your mask, you consume the wafer, and then you go down the outside back to your seat. We will bring people up by section of the church, this side, then those people who are sitting in the bubble seats, and then those in the handicap seat area. There will be Steve at either the organ or the piano. There will be 2 cantors. You can see music stands and microphones out there. The clergy will be here. The reader/intercessor will be there. As I said, it will be somewhat what you're used to. It'll be somewhat completely different. And we're relatively certain that after we try it once, we'll decide that worked really well. That didn't work at all. We'll make some changes. And next week we will have rearranged it. One final note, this is the great secret. Unfortunately, the secret didn't arrive. So the first weekend, there are no books because we can't sanitize them. So you're going to have to go through an entire service without a book or anything to read, just for 1 week. We have purchased a PowerPoint system, which means that we don't have to print out all the service on a bulletin. We think it's environmentally friendly. We think it is the way to go moving forward. It was in the longer term plans. COVID just pushed it up. So hopefully by next weekend, we will have a large screen and a projector and all those wonderful things. You won't have to hold on to books. You won't have to flip through services. Magically, the service will simply appear before you on the screen. One thing I would remind you, we come to church to worship. Our purpose in coming here is to meet Jesus anew. It has been 6 months since any of us have had an opportunity to receive communion. That's why we come. All the rest is superfluous. The most important thing is that you come, you meet Jesus, you worship God, and you are spiritually nourished. We look forward to seeing you this weekend. Who knows? One of these days, we'll be back to normal. God bless you now, and always. See you on the weekend. This is what the well-dressed priest is wearing in the era of COVID-19. I have my 6-foot stick to make sure that you are socially distanced from me. Yeah, I guess that'll work. I have my hand sanitizer. If you make one wrong move, I have several masks to make sure that I don't ever breathe wrong. I have a shield to protect you from my halitosis. Oh, no, that's not what it's for. It's for protection, right. And it's always appropriate to have a Kansas City Chiefs pom-pom. That's just a given. And we have a rubber glove. I'm not really sure why, but it's all part of what we need as we reopen St. James, Westminster for worship. The peace is going to be a bit of a problem. So we have our 2 fine actresses here who we have paid hundreds of pennies, well, at least tens of pennies, to star in this great production. And we're trying to figure out a way to do the piece as we used to without contact. So let's see if they can do it. No, you're too close. No, that's dangerous. No touching. Come on, get creative. You can do it. Well, that might get you thrown off the dance floor at a bar, but it's still not right. No, you're too close. Well, that's better, but you're still too close. Come on. One last try. Give it everything you got to do this. One last completely great way. Your best way. Most creative. Come on. You've got it in you. Well, okay. We'll give up and just go back to the idea. Stay in your pew, nod at each other, and say, peace be with you.